the one and only Aegis. And we're seeing the new bays on the block compared to the old bay, and that is Bayonetta on the side of Reyluno, looking to make either make a splash and a blast from the past, or are they going to fall to the new girls on the block?
Well, this is one sword that fits all. This character can really find their footing in almost any matchup, and I think there's no expectations here for them faltering against Bayonetta. There's a lot of opportunity to get easy damage, as well as peel to safety in the event that they put themselves in a sticky situation. How Rey manages to handle the situation, though, I think there's a lot of opportunity for huge reversal, and the offstage play, I think, is where they're going to get a chance to really shine.
Yeah, offstage is going to be the most dangerous part of all of this, but meanwhile, in the onstage game, I'm almost surprised we're not seeing either player attempt to abuse things like either the Bats Within or the Foresight on the side of both MoralAtheist and Reyluno, as they are wrought with some combos that aren't exactly true. Yet the scrapping game of MoralAtheist is keeping them largely on stage, preventing Reyluno from a lot of dominance and that down smash calling out the jump.
That was a really sweet call-out, especially when you consider that most Bayonetta is almost infamous for trying to swing from the ledge. I'm not really sure what was going on over there, but...
Yeah, I think the bullet arts caught the jump, so there was no... and was too low for said photon edge as they tried to go for it to catch a landing. MoralAtheist generally seems very dominant from a neutral perspective, dominating the ground very, very well. But Reyluno got those bread and butters on deck, and a quick 40 will keep this game well within reach.
It also seems like Reyluno is trying to test the waters with how far they can get away with these combos. Seeing the ABK end out in up air a couple of times now before we see a full string. Whether it's a lack of confidence in the inputs themselves, or just relying on the bread and butters, but you gotta be careful with that witch time.
Oh my god, that was just seconds too off, little frames away from a really hard punish, but as long as you're in percent domination like this, Reyluno can feel pretty strongly about keeping things honest and keeping things simple, missing a couple key confirms and needing a huge forward smash for it. I really like that Photon Edge, just covering a lot of landing options. Reyluno has been consistently trying to go for platforms, though we gotta see MoralAtheist fall. We see him fall? Okay.
Overshot the ledge, paid the price for it. That's a rough way to go, but all right, up airs. We got plenty of them and we love them.
It's like we're slowly seeing Reyluno unlock more and more of their own kit. We're seeing them get more and more comfortable with being on stream, with being the first match of his pool, and MoralAtheist is unfortunately the canvas for this artist.
And there to end out that combo. Not able to get in position in time to find the punish. Photon Edge, very unorthodox move to punish because visually, even though Mythra's moving all over the place, the hitbox is actually not as proactive. It's moving in a straight line below all of the Mythras. It's really weird, but when you get used to it, you find big punish.
52 with the dive kick. A couple times in a row now, dive kick has really opened up MoralAtheist, who seems just, oh, that was a super good finisher. Every combo that Reyluno started was, of course, witch twist up into an ABK, and then from there, it was whatever Reyluno was feeling, whatever he saw as an opening. A little bit too much rage, a little bit too much percent, you fell out of the afterburner kick, well, I'll pivot into a down air just as quickly as any other combo and any other extension that Bayonetta has so much access to. One of the few characters with a very defined combo state.
Oh, it looks like because of that game one going pretty handily to Reyluno, it's going to be forcing out the OG. From the Aegis to the Master Sword, Link's coming back out on the side of MoralAtheist. And I do think this is a character that manages to fare the waters quite a bit better against Bayonetta. And that's one of the reasons. Expect Link Nair to do a world of good for MoralAtheist.
Yeah, playing out of block is just, it feels so important against Bayonetta, who's constantly hounding your shield. So instead of having to rely on movement to get around and to avoid some instances like that, you just have a big old Nair. Turn the brain off.
Hey, listen, it's one of the best Nairs in the game,
true.
so you may as well make good use of it. It's big, it's fast, it's active. It really is a do-it-all kind of move, but it's not slowing Reyluno down.
No, instead trying to pivot more and more into these lands. MoralAtheist really needs to stick to the ground if they're going to keep trying to pressure Reyluno and force and bait some of these witch twists out of shield. Oh, got the reverse hit of the boomerang, but not the strong hit as Reyluno misses a third witch twist punish. Of all the things to have cracks in the armor of your play, a witch twist punish, which time punishes, is not what I expected.
It's one of those things where if you don't put yourself in position yet and you don't know exactly what you want, there's a lot of room for error, and unfortunately that's poking through for Reyluno through the sets. For MoralAtheist's sake, it's exactly what he needs because he's starting to find his footing with these aerials, and the boomerang is covering a lot more of that aerial space now, which is something that I was expecting to also see a lot of.
Yeah, this is a complete turnaround as soon as Moral has found a lot of the instances of starting. Found a lot of power off of these spaced forward airs. Oh, look at strong boomerang into up B would have taken the stock, but not in the true percentage range, and that could have been a huge punish. And Reyluno taking 50 for it, and this could be so much more.
Footstool out of disadvantage, spin attack not going to be able to do it, and then lift arrow as well. Moral really trying it all right now, and I like it. Like, he has that little bit of wiggle room while he has the percentage lead. Unfortunately, oh, okay, at least it leads into a damage this time. Just a little combo, but it's something.
Every damage is important damage if you can get there. Oh, double ABK forward, not finding on the other side of Bayonetta, so they were allowed to use ABK 1-2 and following up with a Nair afterward. That was super clean from Reyluno. Again, recognition of DI and SDI is so important on the front of Bayonetta, and Reyluno on hit has been a master.
And that's something that you have to be if you're going to dedicate your time to playing Bayonetta. It's not the kind of character where you can really falter with finding that stray hit and then sort of return to neutral. You got to make the most out of it.
Oh, for sure.
And another tool that Reyluno's been making really good use of is that bullet climax, using it to try to keep the bombs away or force an option out of MoralAtheist and really blow up Link on the fact that Link is a slower character regardless of how well he can cover space.
Yeah, despite all these reverses coming out from MoralAtheist, he is doing a pretty fine job of trying to keep in this mid-range, but once that down tilt spacing is there, man, Reyluno is packing on for a punch. Great read onto the platform, calling out the air dodge and not getting the bats within timing. The reverse up B, can he finish out the edge guard on Bayonetta? The bats within.
We love bats!
OG Foresight ruining a potential kill combo. Link's forward air is no joke whatsoever.
Especially with a little bit of rage behind him, like, Moral can very much bring us into Game 3 with one fell swoop.
Oh, there's a lot of lag on Witch Time. I almost want to see him pull the trigger on an up smash here. Instead, trying to retreat to this platform and getting hounded for it. 1, 2, 3. This won't take the stock, but it still is 148, and now you're in danger of the Bayonetta 50-50. Dash attack or forward throw.
Oh, hold up. What's he trying to cover space with a bomb? Very big commitment. You can't lose out on these opportunities that you get, but that's rapid jab from center stage with good DI. Link is surviving. Heavy man.
Oh, but missed the bomb recovery and the sweet spot to ledge, which let him be just easy pickings for that dash attack, not even needing to go for the 50-50 of whether or not he's going to grab and forward throw. You see a sitting duck, and he struck.
Yup. Like, Bayo just has all the tools in the world for being able to poke out at these slower characters because you can get yourself into position. And yeah, some of the startup on her big combo starters are on the slower end, but Link's a slower character. Very unlike the Pyra Mythra we saw lead off the set for MoralAtheist, and I think Reyluno adjusted very well to having a slower target because it looked like the play was a lot more confident as the match was going.
Absolutely. It was almost felt like Moral was a lot more comfortable at the slower pace of Link, and Mythra can sometimes feel a little bit too much. You have too much power in your hands, and it has to be reined in and confined to your playstyle. As we saw a very last hit situation. I feel very confident in that boomerang fair that could have been, but was bats within, would have brought us to a Game 3.
We love bats.
We do like bats.
Oh, but
new Batman movie came out, you know.
I've heard it's good.
Really? Ajax said it was bad.
Wow. He's a Superman fanboy, so I gotta watch out for that one.